Welcome back, everybody. We are back in it with Nova Blaze, and we are working on our Crimson Fleet. So we are in the quest line of Deep Cover. So we just got our mission from Adler. So we're gonna jump down and talk to this deadbeat.
Whew, what a long day.
Now we did have to take. Oh,
There's definitely something magical about a clear sky.
okay. See right here? Look at that.
Got the truth.
That's why I like getting out.
Yeah, we got something going on. It was like this with or without creations um,
Just like the last time. Oh, nothing.
enabled. But I went in earlier with no creations and was able to come down here and not see any of this. So something is going on. One of the creations is either not updated with the most recent patch and the addition of the vehicles,
Nerd brow right
and is causing
Same.
major conflict. Excuse me. Oh,
But I don't care.
so either something is happening there and is causing a major conflict, and the key is which one. Now I've got like 70 or 80 creations loaded here. A lot of them have nothing to do with the clothing and the character models, but then quite a few do. And as a matter of fact, when we look at what she's wearing, you know, I'd have to say whatever she's wearing isn't impacted by anything because it's all showing. But these guys, whatever clothes they're supposed to be wearing, is impacted by something. Something is causing it not to show. And I don't know what it is. And again,
Talk to me.
whatever they did, and I mean they is Bethesda, whatever they added in has broken the creations. And it's gonna put this on hiatus until basically hiatus until I figure out exactly what is broken here. You know, which one is breaking this? Because right now, as you can see, it could be anyone. It could be any. Honestly, it could be any um, creation. Right now, granted, the ones that have been verified, Bethesda verified, you have to kind of trust that those are okay because they're Bethesda verified to not impact the game or cause issues with the game. So it would have to be one of the ones not. And so it's got to be one of the creations here. And then so what we're going to do is right here on stream we're going to save, right? Empty save. And then what we're going to do is we're going to quit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and show you the creations that we have loaded and why it's so annoying, right? It's like, okay, you wanted to add vehicles to the game. Great. You know, and then the vehicles, they're kind of a cool addition, but the execution is still poor. And the reason I say the execution is poor is because I can run across just as fast as the vehicles can move. So the vehicles aren't getting me anywhere faster than the running. Is just, I mean, a different animation now, right? It's a different visual. Okay, so it could be, and then here's the thing too, right? So we look at, and then let me go to load order because this will be the easiest way. So it's loading everything. So what we could do, and in all honesty, it would really be annoying because if you look, the very first list of things all have to do with clothing, right? And what this allows you to do is go in and modify the clothing, right, that you're wearing. So, but the key is, I mean, the first thing that I have to think is like Starfield. I just added these, as a matter of fact. Right, so I'm going to disable them. Right, let's see. So first things we're going to do is disable those. Now the problem is it could be just one of them. It could be all of them. Now, we didn't have any problem before the patch with any. You see this version numbers? The version numbers aren't corresponding to the game. They're corresponding to their version number, right? So that doesn't help at all to say, okay, what game version is this made for, right? Man, my voice doesn't want to cooperate with me right now for some reason. So yeah, it's so what could be causing the issue, right? Um, so let's start there with those guys. And the problem is it's so annoying because we're gonna go load, go Nova Blaze, and let's go with the exit save. Granted, this exit save is going to give us issues, right? And it didn't even like respond to me clicking it. All right, so let's go back to the same starting point where we were before. And the reason I'm going here is because this is with basically the last known good version of it, right? I think before the update. And you see it's asking for this, and I'm going to say no, don't put it in there. Use the current load order, and hey, it's not present, I know, so I'm not going to have everything. And I think it's asking me for it because there are a couple of other creations that were loaded, and it's not a very good system. And it's cool, but there's always things that basically deselect themselves almost. They obviously can't, but they just don't stay selected. So then when you're trying to load, it's like, well, hey, you're missing this one, and these two can't, you know, be active without it, enabled without it. And it's like, well, it was there before. What happened to it? I didn't deselect it, but it's all of a sudden deselected. Okay, so we're right here, and boom, there we go. Now, earlier today, like I said, I went in and it was hunky dory. Everything was good. So even with those deselected, it's still not running something, right? So go back to the main menu. Go back to creations. Now, in truth, the smart thing would be to deselect all the clothing creations and then add one by one each one back in until you find the one that breaks things. The problem is I'm stubborn and it's like I like things the way I like them and you broke them. I didn't break them. You broke them because everything was working fine until your latest patch. And unfortunately, it is a common thing with Bethesda games. Everything works fine until they patch it, and then it breaks everything. And that's the danger of playing with mods. So it's like either you don't update, right? You don't get the vehicles, or you see now this I'm not going to take it off because this is verified by Bethesda. So I'm not going to deselect that one yet. As far as I know, the ones with the check mark are verified good by Bethesda. And part of me is wondering, is it the hair and beards that are conflicting with certain things? But I don't know. Okay, so extended weapon crafting, we're not gonna mess with. Shields, we're not gonna mess with. Ship rebalance, reactors. So we will, and it's not enabled anyway. And that one shouldn't be enabled. That one shouldn't be enabled. New outfits, not enabled. Cargo bays. And then Starfield extended, more engines rebalanced. Then craftable quality extended. And then, okay, wait, this one. But you see, this one is Bethesda verified, right? Is this clothing? Okay, this is a patch. We're gonna get rid of that one. Makes spacesuits quality level craftable like other mods at the weapon and spacesuit benches, while also extending quality tiers to weapons that didn't have them, as well as clothing hats. So we will disable. Uh, that is disabled. Armor and clothing crafting, disabled. Armor naming, disabled. All right. Wait a minute. This one, I am going to disable because I think that conflicts with a different one that we already have. All right. So billboard shouldn't be a problem. Smarter spacesuit auto hide. I am going to disable that one. Just so, cause. Sarah's outfit replacer is only Sarah specific, so I'm not gonna mess with that one yet. This one is gonna hurt. See, this one I don't even have enabled. This one I don't even have but that's supposed to quit the duplication of POIs. This one is going to piss me off to disable. Really is, because it's one of my favorite ones. But right now, this is... Oh, wait. I am not going to disable it because it is Bethesda verified. That one... I'm going to unbookmark this one while I'm here because... Alright, so that isn't all of them, which is not okay. I'm going to disable this because this one messes with the crowd citizens. So we will, and then better NPCs. We're going to disable those. Okay, so that's the verified. So we're not messing with that. This one, oh, I'm not messing with that one either. Nope, see that one's, and that one, see they're all Bethesda verified, right? So if you're, I'm not messing with you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we've gone through just about. This one is not. I am going to disable you. And I just looked at this one, and this one is, I'm enabling it because it's Bethesda verified. So I'm going to trust them at their word. Now, here's the one thing, and I am going to disable it, is the community patch. And what I should do is why is this even, what in the world? Now, don't get me wrong, I like the cheat terminal. Like in Fallout, I use it all the time, but I use it for two things. One is the time scale in the world, to reduce it to 5, and then also it's my portable storage locker. Because okay, so the unofficial Starfield patch is Bethesda verified, so I'm not gonna mess with that one. So technically, everything that we have that deals with clothing, or that would deal with clothing, is Starfield verified. And look what that did, it crashed. See, that's the beauty of Starfield Bethesda gaming, right? So this is the trials and tribulations you go through. I'm only going to spend no more than a half hour troubleshooting this right now, and if this doesn't if if I have to get, like I said, just keep disabling. And then the one thing that worries me is disabling enough, right? Do I have to remove it altogether, right? So basically delete it. I can keep the bookmark, but delete the mod, the mod altogether. And then when I decide to add one back, I have to download it all over again. And some of them aren't that, most of them aren't that big. It looks like all the ones that are big are, and then in air quotes, Bethesda verified. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit, and we're gonna look at our load order. All right, that's the only one, and that one. See, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Okay, it's gonna say, hey, this is, and I'm gonna say, nope, nope, and yes, we know, we know. Basically, what it's telling me is, John, you have way too many, you know, way too many uh, mods loaded in the first place. So it's time to start stripping some down, is what it's saying. And to be honest with you, I probably don't disagree with it. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so let's test it. Let's go. I don't see anybody here. There we go.
Just passing through or here to stay?
Passing through. Passing through. Looking for some disembodied heads is what I'm looking for. Okay, so last time through, these guys over here were all disembodied. So something. Okay, his hands are matching his face. But say, we don't have the black face bug, do we? But no disembodied heads. So something of the ones that we removed was causing our issue. So we solved that. I'm not gonna mess around with it and see what I can add back in right now, but we do know that one of those is causing an issue and isn't cooperating. But let's go talk to this guy real quick. Let's just get this.
Something I can help you with?
Mm-hmm. I'm here to collect the credits. Well, actually, Adler sent me to teach you a lesson.
Hey, slow down. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You'll soon find out.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun.
It's not gonna be fun, bro.
Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah.
Oh, that
sorry.
Adler. Oh.
I thought you were talking about someone else.
Yeah, because there's like 50 of them on the
I told
station,
him I'd
right?
pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good?
No.
Huh?
No, that's not gonna work.
Come on. Give me a break. What the? Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
I can squeeze blood from a corpse.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money. I can see that. Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Your choice is not to get in debt with someone like that guy. Alright, so right now, it looks like everything's working like it should. Everybody's rendering correctly, it looks. That's good. Question is, and we will soon learn later, at what cost, right? What are we not able to do that we were able to do before? All right, let's go find this guy. Now, what I'm wondering though is because
UC Science Division's apparently going to be coming through to sweep for leeches. You know those little bastards are terramorphs?
so one thing that I am noticing, right? Outfits are all looking different, right? And maybe that's the issue, right? That Bethesda either added in more outfits or they have made it so that more outfits are being accessed
is real, just that they
in the game. See, all these different outfits. And the mods aren't updated to account for all these new ones, right? So that could be it. So if they added in more outfits, and so the creations aren't able to account for those new ones
Glad
yet.
I got this job instead of minding some dead rom.
So there we are.
Have something for me? Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you, too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Alright, let me go and I'm gonna read this.
Ava, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the soul system? UC security hassle you?
That's a crap, Adlin. Let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a stink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay, take it easy. Here's the fleet's kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is half. Half of what you promised.
No reason to get upset, sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes, covering lost shipments. This isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
Two things, Adler. And I'm gonna make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself can understand. One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again, and I'll shove my knife so far up your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay, sorry, Neva. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
I'm not a big fan of Neva, but hey, I like that. Let's see. Anything else? He's gonna get tired of me standing
This
so
better
close.
be important.
So, yeah, it's important. I'm trying to get you locked up, brother. Alright. So let's go out here. Let's go out here, talk to this. Let's talk to the ship technician real quick. Okay. So we need to talk to this guy. Whoa. Alright.
We're asking everyone. Hey, what can I do for you?
I'd like to purchase a vehicle.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. I like to view my
Okay,
vehicles.
no problem.
I don't know that you can have more than one, to tell you the truth. Color. There it is. Alright, so we are color 1. Shoot. Color. There. Oop. Color 2. And color 3. All right. Exit. Okay. Thank you. Now, one of the things that we did is we did dismiss Sarah, because not dismiss her, like, but we are running solo. I figured I didn't want to hear any feedback about any of the missions that we are required to do or anything like that. I didn't want somebody looking over my shoulder. And there we are. Let's get here. All right, let's see what the speed is like. Right? Come on now. I can run like this. That's the only problem. It's cool, don't get me wrong. And if I had Vasco would jump in the back. Whatever partner I had would be in the passenger seat. We have the boost up. Alright. So basically Y to boost upwards, right? And then B to get out. Jump in. And then just like when you're running, left stick to kind of bus boost. So supposedly, up there. So I can boost up and forward. Oop. And then I have a weapon, but it's pretty weak. So being able to modify that, and you can scan while you're in your weak. All right. So if I wanted to, like this abandoned industrial compound. Whoops, my driving gets the scan out of there. It's not so good. And then also, just like everything else, you got first person. You've got the somewhat, we got the third person, and then the further out third person. So I mean, technically, it's hard to really get stuck on anything because you can boost off. So even these rocks. So again, I mean, don't seem. So again, I don't know if it's less time or the same amount of time. Don't blow up my what's name? I don't know where anybody is. Oh. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Be on fire. And I'm stuck. Standing on top of tanks, about the smartest thing. Flammable tanks. Things that can blow up. They're fucking things that suck. Got puncture wounds. Yes, no, I did not think this through. Let's get rid of this turret first. Get rid of it. Ooh, something behind me. Oh, I can see. Holy cow, how many people are here? You see all those lights? I did not come here looking to... Hold on, what's this? Turret control, yes. Update, I think I destroyed all of them, but hey, well, at least one of them. Yes, protect current, move combat, yes, yes. Confirm. Alright. Alright, we're good there. Robot control, come on now. Hey, well, first we want to update, alright? Update. Yes, okay. Activate robots. Be sure to carefully, warning. Okay, alright, alright. Where's everybody? Alright. Let me get away from the fires. That's fires. Yes, I am very well aware that I did not do a good job of planning this encounter. Alright, somebody hit me with something. It's not feeling good. More over this way. Oh god. Get out of there. Where are you? Where are you? Do I see anybody? Oh shoot. They get rid of all the turrets already? The turrets didn't take anybody out? There you are. There you are. Oh, that's one of you. Hey, where's the other one? Stop throwing grenades! Come out and fight like a man! With guns! And pew-pews! That's not what I wanted to do. I hit the wrong button. Oops. I get out of your butt. That was all in your butt. Alright, that robot is fighting who? Why is it fighting me? Didn't I activate and I am not even hitting it. Get out of there. I've got puncture wounds. I've got robots that aren't cooperating. That's right. Run! Run! No payday is worth this. You can't get paid if you're dead. Oh no! Where did I go? Oh goodness. Alright. Yeah. You can't get paid if you're dead. Oh, this is Pirate Legend. If you die, they don't have to pay you a thing. Oh, is that you? Oh, sorry. Who's another pirate? Oh, wait. God dang it. Where did you go? Go. Get out of the way. Yes, I know. I poorly planned this one. Could have sworn there was somebody right here. All right, where are you? Come on out and fight. I'm more than happy to fight with you. I can't see. So I'm just shooting in a general area now. Because I can't see. Look, you hit me with that what's the name thing. Somebody's shooting me in the butt. It was you. Holy cow. What were you hitting me with? Yeah, that disruptor, bro. No, I'm getting shot and I'm looting. Nah, that's a looter for you. That's someone with a problem. All right, we gotta take you up. All right, wait, somebody over there. Somebody right there shooting me. All right, we need to resolve some issues. Get over there. I can't see. I know you're right there. I can kind of see you. Gotcha. So I'm looking, and I'm not. Right. I have no idea what I'm hitting. I feel like I'm hitting something though. All right. Yep. I got something. All right. There's still about 20 of them. Not 20. There's what, 5 of them left. All right. Hold on. We gotta do something here. Bandages. Take care of the bleeding. I don't like. What's over here? Okay. What am I using? Oh, okay. All right. I think the rest are actually inside. Seriously. This is not what I was expecting. Well, okay, yes. Had I made the conscious decision to raid this place, then yes. But I was just driving, and then all of a sudden, here I was, and I go, oh, wait, I didn't think this through. There's going to be baddies. And there's a lot of baddies. Or there was a lot of baddies. So this environmental damage that is telling me I can remove in ships is the damage from that Nova blaster disruptor that one pirate kept hitting me with. So you can see the yellow bit at the end of my health bar. So up here, there are some baddies. Make myself as small of a target as I can. Whoa, whoa. I think you mistaken me for someone else. Mistaken me for someone else. Holy cow. Owie. Owie. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Where what? Where are you? Come on out. Come on out. Where are you? Don't make me shoot you in the butt. Come on. Come on out. Stand up, man. Stand up. Holy cow, I'm almost dead. You put up a good fight, but dang, man, come on. There are cleaner ways to die than getting shot in the butt in there. Holy cow. This has turned out to be. See, this is what I don't get, right? When people say there's nothing to do. I'm like, what are you talking about? This wasn't planned. I'm in Sidonia, right? So I'm just oh shoot.
Let's get out of here.
Don't run, don't run. Come back. Don't run. Oh, don't run at me, bro. Come on. He's like, if I run at her, it'll disorient her and she won't know what to do. Um, it's called shooting you. That's what I think she would do. As a matter of fact, that is exactly what she did. But yeah, so people say, yeah, there's nothing to do. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can land on any planet and just, well, granted, I mean, if you got the right mods loaded, spend hours, but then again, the argument can be made that, well, it's just repetitive. Well, yeah, you could be, how often have you seen this particular building, right? And the things inside of it, right? But I don't know, for someone like me, it's not I don't know, I have a blast at it, and then I want to see what's next, right? I want to see what the next building's going to look like. Do I care that if it looks like the other ones that I've been in already? Actually, no, I don't. It was disappointing to see that because you created a universe with 1,000 planets, right? And yes, we understand, and yes, it makes perfect sense why all planets are not, you know, inhabited, right? And then, but you're gonna have these little colonies, these offshoot places, right? The problem that I have is could you have not figured out a system that where these these pieces are all little pieces together, and then you can find a way of putting different pieces, different combination of pieces together so you don't have the same set. Like right here, it's like, well, everywhere anytime you run into this is, you're going to get the exact same thing, the exact same layout, the same setup. And it's like, could you have not figured out how to break this up a little bit? And then, have about 20 or 30 set pieces. And then what you do is you end up with a different combination So when you get to a what is this? Some sort of abandoned what's the name facility. So when you get to that type of facility, you actually have different iterations of it, right? It might have 10 of the 30 set pieces, you know, here, but that combination you still get allows you to have multiple iterations of it, right? So granted, this might have the same 10 buildings as the other one over there, but they're laid out differently. They have different things in them, and stuff like that, so that you're not just the same thing. Like this box isn't found in the same place every single time, right? And then, you know, there had to be a way that you could do that. And I don't want to say that they didn't do it because they just couldn't, or it could be, a time constraint, right? Where they just didn't have enough time, right? They were like, yeah, we could, but it would have taken another year or so, or another 6 months of development. And it's like, well, is that a good enough reason, right? Now, I admit it does have Mass Effect 2 vibes written all over it, right? Because that was the biggest thing about Mass Effect 2 was every dungeon was, every place you pretty much every dungeon was one of three, you know, and it depended on which one you went into. And in here is like, what do you got? Like, every point of, basically every POI there's 10, and it's just a matter of which one you get. Well, it's like if you were going to do that, then what you needed to do was devote more time to creating more POIs, right? Again, create 30 of them. I mean, granted, yes, you're going to see all 30, but at least you're not seeing them as often. How many times is this POI situated within the, how many times are you going to run into this one, this exact same one? And it's like you should have made it more modular, right? And instead of like this whole base thing here together, you're like, okay, each building, I don't know, there just had to be a way to make it more modular so that you can have more combinations of it. And then let it, when it generates this iteration of it, and you know the chances or likelihood of seeing the exact same thing. Now, yeah, there could be, some pieces would be recognizable, but you're like, wait a minute, I've seen that before. But then you're like, but yeah, that was over here, right? I've seen this room right here, but if I'm not mistaken, it was attached over there, right? And the chest that we opened in the other place is here, right? So now it's like, oh, it's not the same. Oh, but look, here's the chest right there. But that main one with all the loot, right, could be here right now. So everything could be positioned differently and set up differently within. And it's like, it feels like what you did was this whole thing is one set piece, and it just populates wherever, right? And the only difference is what baddies you put in there. Is it Varun? Is it Spacers? Is it Crimson Fleet? And sadly, this is Crimson Fleet, but I'm not a member of the Crimson Fleet yet, right? So now it would be very interesting that to see exactly what would have happened as a member of the Crimson Fleet, and I rolled up on these guys. Would I have gotten attacked? Or they would have been like, hey, sister, come on in, have a drink. What are you doing here? You know what I mean? I mean, granted, it's okay to be suspicious, right? You're bad guys. Like, why are you here? But, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, sister, come on, have a drink. Sit down a spell. Tell us why you're here. You know what I mean? But for it to be the exact same layout with pretty much the same loot in it, it just gives off that vibe that, you know, more effort could have gone into it, into the creation process of it. And then I get in my opinion, that's pretty much not the vibe you want. You don't want that. That's not what you want to present, right? That's not the vibe you want to present. You don't want anybody sitting there thinking, oh, they didn't try hard, they didn't work hard, or they didn't put much effort into it. They didn't care. And that's not what you want people to say or think. So, again, like I said, if you're just giving me the same thing, laid out the same way over and over again, without thinking of a way to break the monotony here, right, and make it seem different, you know, then, yeah. But does it bother me a lot? Not enough that it makes me think less of the game, right? It was like I said, it was disappointing, but I love the game. I've got so many hours into it. It's ridiculous. I'm over 1,000 hours in, and again, for me, it's like there's still things I want to do in the game that it's like, you know, just simple stuff like I want to just land on the planet now that we have a vehicle, get in my vehicle and then drive around to the different POIs, especially the ones that say deserted or abandoned, and go and raid them all and see what's there. You know what I mean? And then, yes, I'm very aware that what more than likely is going to be the same one over and over again. But it's like, but yeah, but that's what you can do. And then the cool addition would be is figuring out a way to add in things to investigate, to look and see what happened here. Why are these people here? What are they doing here? Right? And then what would really be nice is like you stumble upon, like I stumble in here, right? And then I find out there's some sort of smuggling operation going on here, right? And do I want to be a part of it? Or do I want to figure out a way to turn them in and, you know, get that, you know, end it? That would be a nice addition. That would be something really nice, right? And the question is, can you do that? Can you add that little bit of a narrative into these little POIs, right? I mean, they pop up. They're, you know, I'm assuming they pop up randomly, right? The only thing that's the same is the actual POI itself. Where they pop up, how they pop out, and how often they pop up is pretty random, right? And it happens and it's decided when the planet is generated, right? When you land on it. And then, but you could do things, right? So this would have been great, right? To find, oh,
Turn around. Let me go for my head.
I shot you in the knee. Why are you yelling about your head? But, I am carrying way too much stuff. But like I said, it would have been great to get here and then all of a sudden some little just side story just generates, right? And all of a sudden, again, like I said, it's a smuggling operation. They're smuggling something into Sidonia, right? Or they're using whatever in Sidonia to smuggle certain things out, right? And then, hey, you can play hero and shut it down. What would also be an awesome thing is some of these places that you can go in and you raid and you take over a deserted mining installation, right? Wouldn't it be awesome to be able to go in there, raid it, clear it out, and then take it over? And if you can't make it actual, actually work and produce, ore and stuff like that, resources for you, sell it, right? Just like when you find these derelict ships out there, the greatest thing would be is to be able to salvage those and sell them. If not, sell the whole ship, salvage it for parts, right? Put a beacon on it, contact your person, and then they come on out and they salvage it and they say, hey, this is what we were able to do. Here's your money, right? So even right now, even if you, because right now the limit is 10 ships in your thing. I don't even know why you need 10 ships, because it's not like you have a squadron, and it's not like you can appoint captains to each ship and then send them out and do stuff. That would be a great addition. That'd be an awesome thing to be able to do. But so if you have your 10 ships, you can't add any more to your fleet. But why can't you salvage the ships, right? Instead of having to blow every ship that you see from that point on up, salvage it. Let me salvage it, and then have my company or whatever, my contact. And again, like I said, you put the beacon on it. They come out and they tow it and break it down for parts or fix it up, and and then you get your share. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a great money making thing. Maybe that's a mod that we just somebody has to figure out how to create, right? And then so these random ships you run into that you go in and you're looking to see what happened. Those are perfect ships to be salvaged, but they're inoperable, so they're left inoperable, so you can't actually fly them back or take them over yourself. So give us some option other than, okay, it's unfortunate what happened to these people, and then you loot it and you get off. And it's like, well, you know what I mean? To me, it's like the closer you can make things to like how my favorite show ever was Firefly, and it 8 episodes and that was it. But it was the best show and premise and potential of any show that ever was created. It's just unfortunate it didn't work out. But the closer you can get us to that vibe and get us to doing those kinds of things, the better. So I can't wait for the Shattered Space DLC, but I have a funny feeling that one's really just going to revolve around. Well, we know it's going to revolve around the Varun, and I'm not sure what it's going to do for us. But I would love to see more DLC down the line, like I've said before. I want to see if that virus that we're using to kill the Terramorphs, right? Kill out the Terramorphs, does it mutate? Wouldn't that be awesome if it mutated and, created zombies or created a whole new species, of monsters that we have to now go out and try to fight and figure it out, right? Or how about this, right? What if, and, and don't get no, I know, and then like so here's my thing, right? And then this episode is just kind of like a wasted episode, right? It's not, we're not gonna do much here. We may just go ahead and make contact with Neva, and then get our mission, and then that'll be the next time out. But wouldn't it be great if there becomes like, okay, so another thing with that virus, right? Instead of, it, the monsters that it create are sentient. Not and sentient isn't the right word, but they're intelligent, right? And they band together, and now it creates kind of like that. What's that movie? Those movies that they're awful movies, but they're great movies. The insects that come and they fight everybody, and it's oh my gosh. Um, oh, somebody's gonna, wow, wow. But, and then we went, and then, so it was a space war against these insects, right? And then you know, join up with the, oh my gosh, I can't remember it now. Not, oh, it's gonna kill me. I'll figure it out. I'll at some point when I'm not thinking about it, it's gonna hit me. But that would be awesome, right? So this galactic space wars against some sort of creature that this virus has created. That would be so awesome, right? Now all of a sudden we're at war. We're at war again, Not with the Maroon, but now with these intelligent creatures. Okay, so first things first, I need to heal. And then my ship. All right. And then what we need to do, well, we got 34 weapons here. All right. So anything that is not favorited. If you're not favorited, we're not using you as it is. So I'm sure I've stored away. Did I do it again? I sure did. I stored away my cutter. Where's my cutter? At some point, I need to sell all these things. How many weapons do I have here? A lot. I don't see my cutter. Seriously. Yeah, I don't see my cutter. Alright, well, I can't remember if I did the one thing. See, right here, when I'm looking at the damage and seeing fours, that should be my cutter. Okay. Whoa. This is it. There it is. Alright. How many weapons? I got 119 weapons in storage. Alright. And it's not even 119, it's 119 different types. See, it's 17 different types of backpacks, but you can see there's 5 there, there's 2 there. So 13 different types of helmets. All right, what's our weight? All right, so we're well within our weight, and all this extra stuff because we got tea and we got scramble, we got pretty much everything we need. Should I hold on to the toast? No. All right, there we go. Better. Resources. Get rid of all that. Miscellaneous. All right, so, whoops. I think. All right. Still a little overloaded, but not to the point where we're encumbered. Okay, so, and then we'll get back in here. Then I'm going to do this real quick. Boom. So we can even fast travel while sitting in the vehicle. And then rendezvous with the Estrella at Europa.
Look who finally had the guts to show up. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
That's what I'm here for.
When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. As if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
All right, what options do I have to complete this job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure. This job isn't about the loot, but I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
All right, consider it done. Even though I don't like that answer, but consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing.
That's why I don't like it.
Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
You wait until I get done. That's what's going to happen.
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Well, I'm going to have his head on the pike. You're just asking me to do you a favor.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Later. All right. Let's see. All right, so we gotta go find they were gonna. All right, looks like trouble found you. You've drawn the attention of the Crimson Fleet.
I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly? Well, normally I would say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. All right, you can dock. We will talk then.
Where are you? There you are.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Yeah, why don't you do that? All right, so we're gonna go with the first option. I don't know who's listening over comms.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Well, we're gonna go with the first option. Fleet want Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
You're gonna deliver him to Sysdef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
No.
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Well, also, you just handed me a crate with one hand, did you? All right. All right, let's get out of here. All right. Undock. Even though I do kind of like that ship, nice to take it. All right, so next we are actually, let's go here. Okay, return to Neva's burden of proof. This is the one we want. Whoa, whoa, get out of the way. What are you doing, bro? Alright, alright.
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Are they really? Why am I doing your job for you then?
I could have joined any division of the UC Navy.
Anything new to report? The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made, going undercover. Excellent. Let me have it, and I'll upload it to our database. Interesting. Looks like you've been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. That it? Understood. Keep search. We'll be here if you need us.
You have permission to speak freely. Thank you. I wasn't sure what you were planning to do with them, or if you still needed them for your cover. We'll make sure they get transported to their original destination. Good luck.
Alright. Next, let's see. We will go and we'll get back here and then travel, meet up with Neva.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Brooke, wanna help me with some target practice?
Ship does not have it. Holy cow.
No one messes with the Crimson Fleet.
We're gonna target you. What the heck, man? I blew it up before I could dock.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you.
You already look like one. Eh. But I do like her outfit though. Let's see. I don't respond.
Get used to it. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Alright. Report to the vigilance. See, that's what I was thinking that we had to do first. So I could have gone back to the vigilance right after this. I could have done this first, then went to the vigilance. I thought I had to go to the vigilance first and then come do this. Right.
Captain Blaze.
Commander
it
Ikonde
is
wants to see you. Follow me.
pleasant
Oh.
to see you.
I had a friend on Argana.
Yes?
I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
You will.
Hey.
You have permission to speak freely. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Let's see. Any point?
That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay him a visit there sometime? I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you.
Well, I'm glad he surrendered. I didn't want to have to kill anybody, innocent or otherwise.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember not to lose yourself in the part. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive.
Well, I'm going to say, that was a clever way to ensure Neva's trust.
So I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Should I flirt? What do you know about her?
A woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
All right.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Well, I was told her to meet her at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
All right. And then I think that's where we're going to end it right there. Just chilling. And we're about to go back and figure things out, right? Get in undercover, go meet Delgado, and ingratiate ourselves with young Miss Neva Mora. All right. Well, until next time, remember, like, comment, subscribe. Okay? We will see you soon. We got a month before Shattered Space, so we got to get in deep and heavy and get through this, right? So we'll got to get through this one, and then we got to move into actually probably doing all the star stuff, right? What is it called? What are they called? Starborn. All the Starborn stuff. So, all right. We'll see you next time. Be good. Bye.